Всем привет! Меня зовут Светлана Амельченко. Вы смотрите кавер-среду Amber и Charisse.
Hey everyone, my name's Amber.
I'm Charisse.
And we're back with another reaction video. Today we're doing a Howling Giant, covering Alice in Chains' Rooster.
Yep, and it's Cover Wednesday.
Yep. So, let's get into this. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. Yeah, this is pretty good.
It's definitely heavier. The beginning felt a little slower in the guitar. Like it felt a little more, to me it felt a little more doomy in how it was played than the original, obviously. I'm not as big of a fan of this one. It's good, but I still think so far I prefer the original.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say this one is definitely heavier.
Yeah.
Like, musically, wow. But I will say, I'm not sure if this is Sebastian or Tom, who's main vocals, but
Yeah, the harmonies are great. They're killing the harmony section, but I don't. Maybe it's just because the vocals are feel like so low in the mix. Maybe is what it is. I don't know how to put it into words. It just doesn't feel. Don't feel as prominent. I feel like it's being said from like a distance.
yeah, I mean, it does feel like they are lower, or it's harder to hear them. That was my main thing I was gonna say, is that this is, like, I like all the vocalists. It's just hard to really hear them fully.
I know we talk about that a lot in like all of our videos about how the vocals are not high enough in the mix for us, but
Well, like I said, like with these heavy, like when you make a song heavier, like it's a balance thing. Like, and I understand sometimes it's intentional. Like sometimes they want the music to be higher for a reason. But like sometimes it's not always just it could just be a mixing thing too. Sometimes.
Yeah. The vocals aren't bad. So far I prefer the original. Not bad. Just I would really like to hear more of what they do. This just might not be a good cover. It's just not what I'm a fan of so far.
I mean, I'll agree. I do like the original better, but I will say that it's impressive that they have 3 vocalists, like,
Yeah.
and that they're doing harmony. At least I'm assuming all 3 are doing the harmonies. I mean, I know they said they had Sebastian, Tom, and Zach, so.
Yeah, so, you guys know the band, please give us other ones.
Yeah, because I mean, I like their voices. It's just really hard to hear them.
Yeah, well, let's get back to it.
Yeah, this was still pretty good.
Yeah, and the vocals just didn't have that same, like, pleading and desperation I felt. Like, Lane just really had that, like, desperation in his voice. That this just did not, I felt like this was more detached from the subject matter.
Yeah, it sounded to me like they were trying to do a whole different interpretation. Like,
Yeah.
like they picked a different like feeling and went off on that. Like, this thing gave me a whole different feeling than the original.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. If as a song, it's good. As a cover of the song that it's supposed to be, I don't like it as much. Like,
Yeah.
the music was good if it wasn't a cover of Rooster.
Yeah, because it was good. Like, I did enjoy the music, and I did like all the vocalists. Like, they all sounded good, and they had nice voices. But yeah, like, to me, like I said, this just seemed like they took a different interpretation, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's also not a good thing. not always, I should say, when you kind of completely change up like this is a big song.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna give this as a song, like separate from being a cover. I'll give it an 8.25. But as a cover, I'm just gonna give it a solid 8.
I'm just gonna give it an 8.3 overall. I still liked it. But yeah, I definitely like the original better. But yeah, because I like this. I mean, I still like the music and everything. But yeah, definitely not the best cover.
Yeah. But we definitely want to hear more from the band.
Yeah, I
sure.
do want to hear something else, like maybe an original.
Yeah. Yeah, so please give us comments in below with songs from them. We'd love to hear it. Because we like the music, and their lyrical matter supposedly is going to be right up our alley. Sci-fi and horror.
Yeah, I want to hear because I love a big horror fan.
I'm a huge sci-fi fan, so.
So I mean, I like both. So I want to hear more.
Yeah, please give us it. While you're down there giving us song suggestions, please check out links in the description for the original video and all of our social media.
And remember, we have a PayPal and a Patreon if you want to get your request ahead of the line. Once we get your donation, we will film within that week. And like if we have any issues or delays, we will contact you.
Until next time, bye!
Bye!